Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Felt really good through about 22 miles, and that last straightaway up the side of the lake there was the rough part. That last bridge felt like a mountain. So, but we were on pace pretty well through 22 or so.
So you lost it in the last 3 or 4?
Yeah, Lee Troop and I, the Australian guy, were kind of back and forth the whole way up the road there, and we started clicking off a few 5:10s here and there. And, we wanted to run 5:02s, so a little slow.
Where did you place roughly? Do you know?
9th or 10th, I think, is what I heard, but not really sure.
So, are you disappointed, frustrated, or what?
I'm not disappointed. No, it looked like the field as a whole was was maybe a touch slow today, so it was a little bit windy, so it wasn't too bad. I felt really good the whole way through, and I'm not disappointed.
People were saying it was too warm. Did it feel too warm, or did it feel fine, or and was it windy?
I felt fine. I mean, we're coming off of training, June, July, August, and September. So we've been running, 60, 70. So it wasn't too bad. The wind, I noticed the wind a little more than the heat. I kind of finished right in a gray area. So I'm gonna think about things a lot this week. And I'm by no means disappointed in today's race. So it was a good race for me.
Training change any after the trials?
No, it didn't change a lot. It was pretty similar. A lot of high mileage. We stuck to some of our core workouts, and we did do after some of our longer runs, our 22 mile runs. We got on the track a couple times and tried to run, a little bit faster on the track just to kind of simulate that last 2 or 3 miles. So, I think we need to maybe do a little bit more of that next time because it was still pretty tough.
Hi, we're here with Brian Sell from Rochester, Michigan, of the Hanson Brooks running team. And Brian just finished in the top 10 here at the LaSalle Bank Chicago Marathon. Brian, you had a great race. You were aiming for under 2:12. Tell us a little bit about your strategy and how the race felt from start to finish.
We had a pacer, Josh Eberle, a guy on our team that was supposed to take us through 16 miles at 5:02 pace, and he did a pretty good job at that. He made it through 14 and cramped up a little bit, but he got us through just about where we wanted to be. And after that, basically tagged on to some two Australian guys, and we switched the lead the rest of the way through. And I ran pretty. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the result considering it was a pretty windy day and stuff.
It was a little bit warmer than the trials too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little warmer than the Olympic trials. It wasn't bad by any means, though. I mean, I noticed the wind more than the heat.
Tell us about the last few miles when your pace changed slightly.
Yeah, I can't get over that wall. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's ran about 5:30s or so for the last 2 or 3, and yeah, that added a little bit of time to my overall time. It was all out, believe me. So yeah, it was a rough getting over the bridge there.
Well, it's a long distance and it takes a fair amount of practice. And this is what, your third one?
Yeah, it's the third one. We ran Chicago last year in the Olympic trials, and now Chicago again is the third.
And you've had a couple of other really good races this year. One was also here in Chicago, the 8K Shamrock Shuffle, which you won, although it was a little bit slower time than when you got second the year before. Tell us about that race.
Yeah, it was the year before I raced Sean Creighton from Australia, and we duked it out the whole way through the race, basically. So, he kept me a little more honest than this year, but I won this year, so can't really complain about that.
No, you can't. And you also had a really breakthrough race in a crim. You finished higher than any American has since, 91 or 93 or something. You were fourth. Tell us about that 10 mile.
It was, I don't know, we went in and it was pouring down rain and storm, and they delayed the race till I think 8:30. They delayed it a half hour. So, I went in without a ton of expectations. I was a little worried. I figured the Kenyans would just be out the door and gone, at 2 miles. And about 5 or 6, I was still in the mix with them. So gained a lot of confidence at that point in the race, and just kind of hung on, got out kicked at the end for third, but I was happy with that one too.
Well, it was a surprise to a lot of people at the finish line, and really a happy surprise to see that a Michigan guy, well, you're a Michigan guy now, play so high at a great Michigan race. So it was kind of a thrill. Brian, I know that you're kind of assessing what's your distance, what are your plans. Do you have any thoughts about that yet?
I got a week of downtime to think about it, so I'm gonna think a lot this week, and I'm going home actually. So talk to my parents and stuff like that, and see, and just think about things. But real happy with today's result. I mean, if I would have run 220 or something, it would have been an easy choice. So today makes it a little tougher. I mean, it's nice to PR, and it's nice to see your hard work pay off, and it did today for me.
So a lot of it has to do with what kind of expectations you set for yourself, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I mean, you come to a point in your life where, you get to a certain age and you want to have a family and have kids and stuff like that, and maybe have a real job and something that you've dreamed about doing since you were a little kid, and eventually you have to make that decision. So you don't want to be still chasing the dream at 60 years old.
Well, it's really been fun watching you hit the national stage in running this last year, and we want to congratulate you, Brian. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good to have the support of everybody in Michigan.